What's up, soldiers? So, if anybody knows me, they know that I love coming to America. And I had an opportunity to combine my love for coming to America with my family. That's right, because my cousin Jermaine is the composer of Coming to America too. So, I thought I would share with the soldiers the interview that I conducted with him for our family as we prepared for our family viewing of Coming to America too. So, hope you enjoy it.
Love and wife, they put 3 kids in the picture. Got Jared Jordan and Jackson, one heck of a mixture. The loves of my life that God sent, building armies of leaders, known for not taking nonsense. But this is safe haven where we take raw topics and flesh them out. Life is a journey, the Lord just got us on different routes. Spreading some wisdom, millennials may be missing out on some Adam Hayes. Tell the people what we talking about.
All right, so we have Jermaine Stiegel with us. The Jermaine, you can give us the official title to what you do at Coming to America, but I am so excited to have Jermaine.
Love to the family.
Love to the
I am
family.
the composer of this film. I wrote the music, the underscore, not songs where you hear people rapping and lines and all that. There are some lyrics that I've written that are not in English in this score, the underscore. Mainly when people are talking, you hear the music. People are texting me right now saying, which part did you do? I'm like, that's very interesting, especially some of these people I was in band with.
Oh, wow.
I think that they understand what music composer does. But anyway.
So the composer writes the music that really creates the feel of the scene.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody taught me that. Somebody real smart taught me that.
Good for them, wherever they were.
All right, so you were responsible for the composing. So let's take it all the way back. The way back. When did you know you wanted to work in film?
Funny you should ask. Should I show them my little
I think it's amazing.
Prize ticket. So we're gonna do a screen share here. I saw this movie Apollo 13 with my father, and here is a screen grab of the actual movie tickets that I saved. We saw it looks like a week before my birthday, huh? Wow. July 15th, 1995. The year's not on here, but I know what year it was. You can look it up. And then when that ship took off, for some reason, I was so impressed that I was like so distracted by the movie. I was like, somebody's scoring this movie on purpose. Who's doing this? And so I was like, wait a minute. About to go to college to NIU this July. And I was distracted. I was like, this film scoring thing is a thing. So I went back and looks like I saw it by myself again. And I guess the rest is history. Started the journey.
Wow. So how long have you been playing music though? It seems like forever.
1988. If you can believe it, the year Coming to America. Good question. Wow. See, I see what you're doing here. The year Coming to America came out is when I started playing saxophone. I know you didn't ask that question. Wow, good question. Did you do that on purpose?
Listen. I am so mental to look. It's that family vibe.
Oh man, that's
only family can pull that out. That's
Oh.
right. That's right. So the year that Coming to America came out, you started practicing. Did you think one day I'm going to be scoring for this movie?
I wanted to be playing saxophone on the radio.
Wow.
That's what I wanted to do. And my mom, you know her as Cousin Janet, right? Cousin, she used to say, "Oh, what do you think you might play at the juke joints?" Or I was like, "Juke joints? I'm gonna be on the radio. Dave Koz, Dave Sanborn, Gerald Albright." That was my thing, but not film at the time.
Wow. So do you think she saw that in you?
She saw something. They dropped me off at lessons all the time.
Did you say you wanted to play, or did they say you have to pick up an instrument?
Okay, so I played violin in 3rd grade, and I quit after 3 weeks. So they said in the next year, I said, "Oh, I want to play saxophone now," and they said, "You know what? if you still want to play saxophone in a year, you can do it. So I
Oh,
was like,
that's
whoa.
good.
So I was like, okay, I got you. I'm long term, right? Been married 18 years.
Yeah.
Coming to America, like I'm long term. I've always been that way. So a year later, I was like, yeah, so saxophone, I still want to do it. They're like, wow, okay. Let's
Hey.
do the saxophone thing. And I think that was 1988
Wow.
at that
So
point.
what instruments do you play?
Well, I got the flute. You don't want to hear that. That's back there somewhere. Saxophone's in that corner. Actually, they're over here. Keyboard here, but that's oh, sorry. I wasn't gonna say it's turned off. It is turned on. But yeah, I have to play all of them with this music software. I know you don't want to see this stuff. It's kind of boring, but it's kind of what we're looking at. That's sophisticated computers here.
So tell us how it happened. Like, how'd you do this? How'd you get to be a part of this?
So good question. Very good question. It's like I just say, no, here's funny. Here's what I'll say. I'll be somewhat truthful in that.
I'll be somewhat truthful.
Somewhat, no, seriously. I'll tell the truth. So I was set up with a meeting with the head of music at Paramount just to catch up, right? Just remember Jermaine, you should talk to him. I think he's talented. Talk to him. It wasn't about getting a job. And so I went in there, and I had at the time was flying myself back and forth to go record up at Skywalker Ranch and all doing indie films and, doing that whole thing and making all these sacrifices and doing the whole grind thing. And he casually mentioned that they're going to be doing Coming to America. And I thought to myself, well, that's nice, but you and I both know you're going to hire all these other guys to do it.
Wow.
He had this look in his eye. He was like, no, I think you need to meet this director. I was like, he sounds serious, but they all say that. Well, nice seeing you. And then a week later, I'm sitting in the room with the director of the movie, and they're like, yeah, so what kind of music you got? What do you like? And because I knew we were meeting, once I found out that we were going to meet, I started writing music ideas like literally that week. Went to the studio, started sketching stuff. I knew not to go into that meeting empty-handed with nothing. So when we met, I was like, oh yeah, by the way, can I play you something? This is my idea of how the thing might start. And they looked at each other like, okay, that kind of vibe. So next thing you know, it was kind of a, can you be at the airport at 3:00? We need to fly you to Atlanta. Not that day, but you know what I mean? One thing led to another. And we were working on it.
Okay, so
good questions.
For the young people, not even for the young people, for everybody. There were some things that you said that were so important. First of all, sometimes you just gotta sacrifice and do it, even when you don't know if it's gonna, you're flying back and forth to the Skywalker Ranch, whatever, not knowing that it was gonna lead to something else. And then when you came to the meeting, you came prepared.
Right.
That is major. You came prepared. And then the third thing that I heard was you took initiative and said, let me let you hear something.
Yes. Yeah.
Those three things, like, you have to be willing to sacrifice, you have to be prepared, and you have to take initiative. That's why you're sitting there with the composition credit. So, and then the other thing that you talked about was connections, the importance of networking. Like, it's all who you know. Like, this person knows this person, and you got to be good to this person. Like Uncle Phil said, be kind to the people on the way up, because you never know.
Right.
Who's going to meet on the way down.
And let me tell you something. There's something about being sincere with your desire to make connections that people sense. Like, if you're trying to hustle,
that's good.
And you're trying to do a thing, like, I genuinely have a passion for the things where I have all these connections. It's not like I'm trying to, hey, maybe you can hook me up with such and such. You got their number? Like, I just, it's a thing that I care about. So, like, making these connections over time for me has just been something that some of these things are for the background, for later. You end up knowing a person and having a connection.
Where did you get your inspiration from from the movie? I mean, this Coming to America is a classic. Like, I know every line. People know every line. Did you feel the pressure to like really perform? And where
like,
to get your
if I
inspiration?
get this movie, it's gonna feel pressure. There at the very beginning, when I really started like scoring the movie, I actually had to turn the movie off.
Oh wow!
Because I was like, there's no way I can sit up here and look at Eddie Murphy and think I got something to say about him. I mean, look at him. He could just be on camera, and we're selling tickets. You know what I mean?
For real.
Doesn't need music. Tracy, I can list all these things, but the inspiration, I don't know. I just, I tell people, when you hear this music, the score that I wrote, for me, it is, every note of it is a celebration of the legacy of Coming to America.
Wow.
That's the concept for me. Whether it be the opening scene, whether it be comedic scenes, that the first score is very, very different. But when you think about it, like, there's a wink to the audience that we're all in on the joke. Like, we all love Coming to America. It means something to everybody. It's a little anecdote. When I was on set, Wesley Snipes showed up one day, and I remember seeing him thinking, oh, it's Dolomite. Not Dolomite, Blade, Demolition Man. I knew it started with a D. Demolition Man. I'm thinking, Passenger 57 just showed up. He pulls out his iPhone. He starts taking pictures of the set. I'm like, even this dude is happy to be here.
You got to actually be on set while they were recording?
Oh yeah, while they're filming, there's, I'm not going to give anything away, but dance sequences. There's a dance sequence in the movie. It's shorter than it originally was, but they shot that for 4 days. And I worked directly with the choreographer. We were on set, and actually the head of Paramount was just talking to me this week, saying that he remembers being there and watching me, because this was a big week in music in terms of shooting musical sequences, watching me work with the choreographer and change things on the spot. Well, I'm talking like, okay, we got COVID now, but right, think back before that, a room full of 200 something people standing around waiting for someone to say go. Me and her are deciding how long things should be, shorter. Oh, she's like, oh yeah, I want them to wave their hands here. Then we need to take that hit and put it over here. And we did, he said that was invaluable to help the whole thing move forward.
Wow.
So I'm like, they weren't flying me down there first class for nothing. They're trying to make a movie. They need to get something done. Wow. And the best way to do that is to take care of me. And I'm telling you, they did that.
See, and that's the reason that I wanted to do this interview, because I think we get so used to people like, oh, that's just Jermaine. But I never want, and I'll say this to you, I never want the world to celebrate you more than we do. So what advice would you give young people either entering into Hollywood or into anything that they kind of dream that they want to do?
Advice? I don't know. I mean, I think the number one advice, for us, in terms of our family, Stubblefield Jeffers, Wells, Thompson, I think, we can throw a list of last names that all are under the Stubblefield Jeffers reunion, the Stubblefield Jeffers name, right. That we trace back a certain relationship with God. And for most people, and I was telling one of my friends from undergrad today on the phone, just saying, like, having some kind of foundation to stand up, because I'm sure you heard the analogies about how winds are blowing around you and being steadfast, all this stuff. If you have nothing to ground yourself with, you have to have something. Like, for us, it's a very specific thing, but if you have nothing. And I was just talking to another friend of mine. He's from Baltimore, trumpet player. He's toured the world, Justin Timberlake, all these people. He was saying, some of these people, like, they'll get to a point, something like this happens. And the first thing work hard and hustle and grind. He's like, no. You're a miracle. He's like, I'm gonna say it to your face. You're a miracle. I've seen this happen. I got 7 of my friends are miracles. Like, he's so straightforward. And that's the truth. Like, as you expand the idea that you're oh, well, I did this and I did that. And, you know, I mean, I can't tell you the amount of things that someone else paid for, or what, I mean, the financial commitments that have that go along with committing yourself to a thing. There are things that go along with that thing that cost money, you know? I mean, whether you're taking out loans, whether you're borrowing, whether you got two jobs, whatever it is, you know, it's not all what we think all the time. But, you know, the idea of being grounded in some way, like having some sense of, this is a line that I will not cross.
We want to hear your official acceptance speech, because we know that we don't even care what anybody else says. I don't care if people don't even like the movie. Okay. You gonna like the music. Okay. Hear your acceptance speech. And the winner is Jermaine Stegall for Coming to America 2.
What? Oh man. Oh. First of all, giving out to God, ministers on the pulpit, deacon in his absence, you know, friends, family, cousins, nieces, nephews, dogs, cats, mice, fish, birds. You know how we do. Oh, my time is running out. Wait, I just want to say Beyonce had the best video. I'm out. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much the standard speech that we've seen.
About everything that's happening. Oh, you got to tell the people what you have coming up, or any other. I know you did Canva, so you can also support Jermaine.
Canvas has been nominated for an NAACP award, which I thought was very nice.
Wow.
Also a Golden Reel Award for sound. And somehow, I mean, I'm like, it's doing a thing. So that's exciting. And all I can say is God is good. And I think we're about to see him. Someone said you're going to see him do something you didn't even think. So I'm not even trying to plan.
Yeah. I love what Tyler Perry has on his studio. He said, I pray that God does so much that it makes your dreams jealous, or something.
Oh,
like that. And that's what I pray for you, that he does so much that he makes your dreams jealous. Well, all right. Well, Jermaine, we're excited. We appreciate
Thanks for doing this.
Good job. Good job. We're so proud.
You too. Somebody's got to do something. Thank you for doing this.
Shoot, I know it's right. All right. All right, family.
All right.
Peace out.